Of all the fantasy fight matchups, the UFC's dual division champ Conor McGregor versus the heavyweight boxing legend Joe Frazier is probably not one that comes to mind. While the Irishman is an MMA fighter who can kick and knee and elbow and grapple, and the American is a boxer who can only punch, Smokin' Joe would destroy McGregor. And why? The notorious one is a featherweight and a lightweight who occasionally flirted with welterweight. Frazier is a heavyweight, roughly the size of 1.5 McGregors, and he has one of the meanest punches in combat history. It doesn't matter how hard the UFC double champ can kick when Smokin' Joe can punch him into next week. But it's very likely that McGregor already knows that. Just listen to his prediction of how he thought Floyd Mayweather would fight him.
He's going to try and close that gap and pray that I fatigue, pray that the movement stops and he can get a hold of it. But it's going to be too late by the time he even has a moment to do that. He's going to be already, his brain is already going to be shook, his money is already going to be took, and his name is already going to be in the Undertaker's book. That's a Joe Frazier quote.
McGregor is a student of the game, and if he's quoting Joe Frazier, you can bet he's a big fan. But if we all know he'd lose, how do they compete? They compete in fashion. You heard me. It's another area both men pride themselves on, and while McGregor swings big and can miss even bigger.
Hey, Weasel! Tell those Showtime to turn the air conditioning up. The Champs rocking polar bear tonight.
Frazier rarely missed, and guess what? McGregor loved that. For this pre-fight press conference for his unification bout against Eddie Alvarez, McGregor sported a custom-made white mink fur coat with a red polo turtleneck, and he thought he looked pretty darn good.
The Irish are back! We've taken back control of New York City! I run New York City! I'm a pimp! Rocking Gucci mink! And without me, this whole ship sink!
It was clearly a unique outfit in terms of fighters and their usual pre-fight garb, or so you'd think.
A jasmine mink coat for Joe Frazier, 54 skins of pure white mink. And it was made by Alex Koskowitz, a fight manager who also has his own fur business. Joe has other mink coats, but none quite so elegant. He's had this one made to wear especially for his upcoming fight with Muhammad Ali.
That's right, not in the ring, but
To the fight.
Oh yeah, that's all. And then I guess after the party and just move around with it a little bit, you know. I like fashion, that's the important thing, I love it. And, you know, I like to see people look good, and so therefore it starts with making people look good, make myself look good also.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Frazier beat McGregor to the punch by almost 50 years. But you've got to love McGregor for his reverent homage. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.